Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Melissa, the owner of Cali Meets NYC, a home fragrance company based out of Newark, New Jersey. So today I'm going to talk about wholesale versus consignment and the differences between the two. So I've done both within my first year in business. So last year I was very aggressive. Last year in 2021, I had opened my business in April 2021 and I got my first wholesale client in September of 2021. I was very aggressive. I really wanted to get over that hump of talking to store owners. So what I did was I would go into stores and I would have these samples and ask them, well, one, you need to really ask for the person who makes the buying decisions, because the store owner may not be the one making the buying decisions if they have a bigger operation. If they have a bigger operation, they more than likely have a buyer or a merchandiser which makes the buying decisions for the whole entire store, or a store operations manager. So you really want to know who makes the buying decisions. That's one, and you really want to speak to that person. So that person is going to be your key contact. So with wholesale is 50% of your retail. So you're taking 50% off the top when you're offering wholesale. The best thing about wholesale is that it is in bulk. That's why it's such a great benefit. That's why you really want to know what your margins are, and you really want to have your products priced properly. If you don't know how to price your products properly, make sure you check this video right here. I'm going to put in the little card about how to price your products for profit. Make sure you check that video out so you are set up and ready to go for wholesale. So wholesale, like I said, is 50% off the top. It's such a great idea to get wholesale accounts is because it's in bulk. One, you are selling a bulk amount of products to store owners and to stores. And so that way, when you are getting your name out there, you're getting your products out there to other customers, right? So this is great and you want an MOQ. An MOQ is minimum order quantity. So that way you are making sure that it's worth your while, because you're taking 50% off the top off of your retail. You want to make sure that the amount that the order is worth your while. Also, you do want to offer your clients testers. So say for my candles, I do not have boxes, but for my room sprays, it's always a great idea to suggest to have a tester, so that way people can spray it without interfering with someone else's buying. And what I do is I do that at cost. And so I do that for my reed diffusers as well. So make sure I have testers for that. Consignment. I have really ill feelings towards consignment. So I'm leaning towards more wholesale clients. I can see why consignment works for a lot of people. It's really great when you're first starting out. My first stores is a consignment. I still have them. It's hard to keep up with unless the company is extremely organized and has them in a tracking system. Now, everybody does consignment differently. Some have a stocking fee or a shelving fee plus a commission. Some just have a straight off commission. So I've done a couple of consignment options. Two. One that had a shelving fee every 3 months plus commission, and I'm no longer doing that, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then number 2 is just a commission. I'm still working with them. They are one of my first clients that I have worked with, and I'm still working with them. I can drop things off, and I can ask them exactly, how things are going very easily, and I can easily stop by the stores and walking distance to where I live. So that makes it very seamless for me. So one of the stores, the one that I still do the consignment at, it's 20% commission. 20% is pretty standard for consignment offers. And so I thought, yes, this is very, very reasonable to do. I just have to, keep track of it. And they pay me monthly, and, it's all good, right? The second store, which in theory is a great store. I'm not going to name the name. I'm just going to tell you the concept, because there are a lot of stores that have the similar concept. The concept is Black owned businesses, right? So the consignment, the shelving fee is $150 every 3 months. Cool. However, the commission is what took me out. And I almost said no to this. 40%. I would have rather done a wholesale order at this point. Because what happens is that, and then on top of that, they also wanted the products that you were sending. So I sent 7 different products, and there's 7 of my best sellers. So to me, if I'm selling them bestseller locally, they should be bestsellers in your store, right? Not necessarily the case. The thing I should have thought about more was the amount they were asking for. They were asking for 20 pieces of each product. Now that might not seem like a lot, but when 20 times 7, that's a lot, right? Now, in my mind, I can sell that. I can sell on my website, I can sell it in person, I can sell this, right? However, because I did not go to the store and do my homework, before I applied, I was just really excited for this opportunity, because it's a very selective process, and it took a long time to hear back. I did not do my homework, and I should have gone into the store prior to saying yes, because then I would have realized how many other candle companies that there are, how many other brands there are in this store, and how everything was merchandised. And that would dictate to me if I were to say yes or no. And I didn't do my homework. And it came around to bite me in the butt. So I said yes in September. I sent all of my items, and it got to a point where the sales were so low, and I was really concerned that I was going to be left with all this product that I no longer sell the jars that I sent them. I had phased them out of my personal line. I was really concerned that I was going to be stuck with these jars, and that's the whole thing about consignment is they're not buying them. If it doesn't work at the end of your contract, right? They have the option of saying no. They have the option of saying no, we no longer want your products in our store, or if you decide to pull out and say no, I no longer want to be in the store, you have to take all of that product back into your inventory. So I was in the store September, October, November, December, February, March. In March is when I had decided to leave. My candles did not do well in the store. My room and linen sprays did well. That was the only thing that really, really did well. And oddly enough, my candle tints didn't do well. My candle tints do extremely well for myself, in person and online. And so do my candles. So it was really, and I only sent two of my bigger candles and 3 of my candle tints and 2 of my room sprays. And it was really disheartening that I had to pull myself out of that store. It wasn't fiscally responsible for me anymore. Because I'm like, I don't even know if these big candles are going to sell. I'm going to be stuck with them. And sure enough, right now I am stuck with them, right? Even though I had phased this particular jar out of my personal line. Out of my line, I phased them out. I phased them out last year during Christmas. They all were gone. Now I have some of them back because of the consignment. So, with that being said, I would definitely think about the pros and cons. Think about the contract for your consignment. Because on one hand, the consignment works, and I did from this particular store, they did have a really, really good tracking system. So I got an email every time I received an order. And so I knew the stock levels immediately. I knew everything. I could see what was doing well and what was not doing well. So you have to weigh the pros and cons with each one. I, right now, am probably more than likely going to stick with wholesale unless the consignment is like 20% and it's like local. So I can go there and it'll be easy to stock up or to switch out product, depending on the store owner or the buying person or the buyer. So that's something else to look out for. Weigh out your options. That is my advice to you. I hope this video helped you to decide whether to go wholesale or with consignment, or to do a mixture of both, but make sure, one, you are organized. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment for more videos like this. Bye, you guys.